This is a 5 minute segment or less on my first three shows for the Morning Amplified. The reason why I did African spirituality versus the modern black church is because our leadership have led us astray. They have led us astray for too long. We must start holding black leadership responsible for the behaviors and the things they do. We must also start not only holding them accountable, but make them accountable for their behaviors. Now, who am I? I'm just a regular brother, African brother, who is trying to make a difference in the black community. Like I said, I started on this path in 1988. So I've been down this road for a long time. And my thing is, we have a problem in the community. The problem is not only white supremacy and racism. The problem is misled leadership, sellout leadership, leadership that has sold us out for crumbs. You have black leaders who do not care about the people. They only care about their pocketbooks. You have ministers taking in tithes, but yet, what does the community see in return? The community does not see nothing in return from these churches. Now, if you want to talk about here in Des Moines, you have St. Paul A&E, who does have apartments for low income, and I applaud them for that. You do have Corinthian Baptist Church, who does have a medical clinic. I applaud them for that. But now we must go to a higher level. We must learn the knowledge of self. We must understand where we come from as a people. Because if we do not learn our heritage as a people, we will die as a people from a lack of knowledge. What they're teaching you in church today is a plantation theology. And if you watch my shows, if you watch those two shows I did on African spirituality versus the black church, you will understand the reason I'm saying what I'm saying. There's no way we came over here on the ship speaking English. We did not speak no English. We spoke many languages, but we did not speak English. So how is it that we got stuck with a Bible that is not the word of God because it has been distorted? The original Bible comes from Ethiopia and Egypt. Kemet. You know it as Egypt. Ethiopia, you know it as Cush. What the community must do as a whole, we must be honest with one another. We have relationships with white people who do not care about the community. We have relationships with white people who do not like black people, because the majority of white people do not like black people in this country. Just take a look at these elections today. These elections is not nothing more about race. You have a black man by the name of Barack Obama, who's the president of the United States, and yet you already have white people trying to kick him out of office. And if the Republicans are successful, which, by the way, is a game between whites, because really it's a battle. I should say it's a battle between white people. Because if the Republicans get in the House and the Senate, they will find a way to impeach Barack Obama. Now amongst the conscious circle, people say he works for the Illuminati, he works for the Bohemian or whatever. Okay, I haven't seen significant enough evidence, but I do know that the Illuminati and the Bohemian do exist, along with the Masons. But my thing is, like Brother Steve Coakley has told me, we must give the brother a chance. He's an ordinary brother man like anybody else. And until I see significant amount of evidence, I support the brother. I support Barack Obama. He done a lot of things already. But my thing is not so much about him. My thing is about the community as a whole. We must come together as a community. Those who have the knowledge of self, we must spread the knowledge to our babies, to our children, even to the youth and elders who want to learn, so that we can break the chains of slavery. It not only is a physical chain, it's a mental chain too. And until we break the mental chain of slavery, we will continue to repeat the mistakes that our forefathers have. We must break the cycle. Our ancestors laid down the map. We must follow the map. And all I'm saying is now is the time for us to come together. Like I said, you have black leadership that sold this out. You have black leadership that is still selling this out. It's time for the people to come together. Time for black people to come together. It's time for us to come together and be unified. But however, we must have the knowledge of self. Reason why I'm doing this today for YouTube is because I want y'all to think. When you see my shows on Blimp TV, by the way, it's Blimp TV 360. I want you to think. I want and do the research yourself. I'm not even saying you have to believe me. All I want you to do is do the research and do the knowledge for yourself. It's humanly impossible for me to be a racist. The things I'm saying is factual. White people have put us in this position. White people have been murdering us for centuries. White people do not like black people. I've been saying this. And you don't believe me, just go to Dr. Francis Relson, the ISIS paper. She explains it. Now, of course, there's the exception to every rule. However, we must start looking at our situation and start acting on our situation. Our situation is a dire situation. And if we don't act upon it, we will be blown away with our situation forever. So I suggest, as you take a look at African spirituality versus the modern black church, I suggest that you start to analyze what I'm saying and break down what I'm saying and teach the babies the truth. The ministers have been lying to us for a long time. The ministers been taking side deals. The ministers, and this is here in Des Moines. This is here in Des Moines, been taking side deals, been greasing up their pockets for a long time. The NAACP has not done the Des Moines black community no justice. Matter of fact, it hurt us more than it has benefited us. Our Maker World is not about black people. If it's really about black people, they'll teach black people the truth. Instead, they want to teach us how we was dancing and mammy and dammy and bootlegging, butt licking, ass kissing for white people. And I'm speaking from the real. You know, as I do these little YouTube clips, I'm letting you know I'm going to start dropping the names of the people here in Des Moines who are the problem in the black community. And I don't got no problem in saying that, because they know that when I speak truth. I haven't been caught with no prisoners having sex with them instead of doing my job and counseling them. I haven't been messing around with the kids. I haven't been in extramarital affairs. I haven't been in none of that, but some of these so-called black leaders have. But yet you look up to them as leaders. It's time for us to come together and be circular. Let us decide as a whole who's going to be the one to step forward and speak for the black community. So as I leave you with this. CASON360. 360 is one of the most hardest shows in the Des Moines Metro that you will ever hear. You ain't going to get this nowhere else. You're not going to get this at Creative Vision. You're not going to get this at Urban Dreams. You're not going to get this at the Wookie House. You're not going to get this at Oak Ridge. You're not going to get this in the church. You're not getting this. Only on 360, either on Facebook, Twitter, or on my blog page is where you're going to get it. Get it on Des Moines Amplified. That's it. So I asked you, as I log off, think about what I'm saying. Even in the communities throughout the United States, as this being broadcast throughout the United States, think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying, because you know you're going through hell in your communities as well, and you know you got sellouts in your communities as well. And these gang bangers, some of them are snitching, and some of them are working for the police so that they can move in and move you out. So think about what I'm saying, because we're in dire straits right now. It ain't has nothing to do with no election. We've been in trouble. It's time for us to wake up and realize who our enemy is. It's also time to wake up who our allies are and who is our brother and sister. So I'm logging off. Think about what I'm saying. Hotep, Mayat, peace. Assalamu alaikum. Later up, much love to my black people, African people, brothers and sisters. I have love for people of color. Time for us to unite. Peace.